Okay guys, this fuel pump has not showed up yet. What I'm going to do is we're going to drain the fuel tank on this thing, and I'll show you a really easy way of doing it. And we'll drop the tank out of this thing. By the time, if I haven't, the pump doesn't show up by the time I got the fuel tank out of this, it could be a two-parter. But we'll get fired up on this here now. And first off, we're going to drain the fuel tank, and let's get to it. Okay, we're pretty much set up here, ready to drain this gas tank. You'll need a 5-gallon gas can, a piece of rubber hose like I've got here, and we're going to drain it right from here. Make sure you put a rag under here, because when you open up this fuel line, obviously fuel is going to come out of it. This requires a 5/8 line wrench. Again, don't use a regular crescent wrench on an open-end wrench. You'll round it off, and yeah, you'll end up in the world of hurt if you round it off. So please, guys, use a proper line wrench. Now, to drain the fuel tank on these cars is real easy. To turn the fuel pump on, there's a wire right here with that connector on it, and what I use to power that wire is the connector on your hood light is exactly what you need, and it plugs in perfectly with the wire down here. Okay, so we'll be back in a minute and I'll show you the tank draining. Okay guys, we're back. You can see I've got the fuel line out and rubber hose attached to it, and up to the gas can here, and as you can see, we're draining the gas tank. And we've got the two wires hooked up over here to give us 12 volts to power the fuel pump right here. Now, don't snap these right together, guys, because they can be a real you-know-what trying to get them apart. So just push them together far enough you can hear the pump come on, and you're good to go to empty the fuel tank out. So that's the easy way of emptying the gas tanks out in these things, and we'll sit down and relax, and we'll wait for this thing to empty itself out. Back in a few. Okay guys, we got the fuel all emptied out of this thing. We just got to remove this hose, reinstall this line into the fuel rail, and we'll set up, and we'll pull the gas tank out of this thing, and I'll start going over it with you guys. We got about 5.5 gallons out of this thing. Filled up the race container full, and this can here had about another, I guess we got about another half a gallon, so we got about 5.5 gallons to race with this thing Friday night. Hopefully this pump is what the issue is, and anyway, we'll get on with this. Okay guys, we're all set up here. I've got the jack underneath the gas tank to support it. This jack stand has a rubber pad on it. It won't hurt the tank. If you haven't got a rubber pad that's on your jack, put a piece of plywood under it to so you won't poke a hole in the tank or anything. We've got first off, pull the gas cap out of it, and you'll need, I'm using impact stuff here, make life easy on myself. There's two gas tank strap bolts at the front, and they're 15mm, and I'll be back in a second here when I get those out and lower the tank down. Okay guys, we dropped the tank out of this thing. Now, you'll have to unhook these 3 lines, and when you do, when you put them back on again, do not mix them up, whatever you do. So put them on the exact same way they came off, and the electrical connection, fuck, I'm getting too old for this, is right here. Just unhook it and just slowly pull the tank out, and I'll show you how to get the sender unit out of the tank here in a couple of minutes. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm getting old and I'm gone brain dead. Always make sure you disconnect the battery first, which you can see I haven't done, and I'm going to do that right now before I unplug anything here at the back. Right back. Okay guys, got this tank out. We're going to pull the sender unit out of it. There's a locking right here. You just spin it around with, tap it lightly with a screwdriver and it'll unlock. And once we get that done, I'll pull the sender unit out. Okay guys, got the locking ring loosened off of this thing, and see if I can pull this out with one hand. There's a seal. Damn. And there we have it. All right, guys. Sorry. We have to wait until the pump shows up, and when it does, I'll show you guys how to pull this one out and put the new one in, and hopefully this solves our O2 problem Friday night. Okay, guys. This is the end of part 1, and like I said, when the pump shows up, we'll do part 2. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.